Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. We are here to talk about going from data to actionable insights with Unibloom and how AI agents can help procurement teams move from data to real supplier actions in minutes and not years. With me here today, I'm Anna, and I'm the co-founder of Unibloom, and also have a long experience from both Unilever, Ben & Jerry's, Volvo, and many other industries, and where I saw that manual workflows is just way too costly for companies today, and the data is not accessible for everyday decision-making. I have Dr. Johnson, our Chief Scientific Officer at Unibloom, and also Teresa, who is our Lifecycle Analysis Analyst with me. So happy to have you here, and we will give you 25 minutes of very good insights, and hopefully you will reach out afterwards if you want to have a discussion with us and try our tool, Switch. So first of all, what we want to cover. We want to cover why procurement teams are getting stuck today, what are the challenges, what better data and AI agents can make possible. We also will look at a bit more practical how AI agents in action can help you to get better decisions in the procurement teams on both cost, emissions, and risks. And then some practical guidelines, what you can walk away with and start using already on Monday. So first of all, a bit of this. Of course, procurement teams have worked on for the last 100 years on cost and efficiency, but the change is happening now. We see that more than 95% of businesses are invested in sustainability, but primarily in reporting. Primarily 43% of the budget, it's more spent on reporting than innovative solutions and in the procurement teams. We also see that there are some challenges today to really kind of get to the sustainability implementing in an organization you want to see. It's hard to get the leadership buy-in. We see that there is lack of financial incentives, and we also see that it's very hard to know where to get started. Usually we've seen that, we get started with biking to work or take some coffee cups out, but there's much more harder problems that we need to solve. And most of the organizations are aware of that, but they don't have the data nor really the guidance how to make it efficiently in everyday decision making. We also know that benefiting of implementing more climate decisions into everyday operations are about saving money. It's about less waste, less energy, less transportation, less ingredients, more optimize our own operations, and also about the reputation, the transparency to our customers and consumers, motivating our employees. They want to have this on their hands. So let's deep dive into the problem a bit more. And the top barriers, what we heard from sustainability procurement and sustainable procurement, where we work both with sustainability teams and with procurement teams, that we see that measuring the impact, that means if I'm going to change from one ingredient, one material, from one country to another, what's the cost and climate and risk impact? What's kind of the barrier on knowing that, what does it save us, and can we meet the budget target that we have? Then also that the lack of reliable data that you probably recognize is a key hurdle to really implement more cost and carbon decision making into procurement. So let's look at what's the possibility of this is. If today's, handing over to
Yeah, thank you, Anna. And so we have covered the problems that are being faced by procurement today, and especially for sustainable procurement. And now let's look at how AI agents can help you solve these problems. I think in short, properly designed AI agents with access to the specialist data can change the current operating model of sustainability teams entirely. Or in other words, it can enable teams to move away from spreadsheets to a more intelligent solution, and also to move away from slow reporting cycles to dynamic and proactive actions. The way AI agents can achieve this is by acting like a digital sustainability advisor that sits directly within your procurement workflows. And having spoken about AI agents, you might have a very reasonable question as like, why can't I use ChatGPT or a generic large language model to do this already? And what's the difference between like a LLM, large language model, and AI agent? And on this slide on the left, we can see that the generic LLMs these days, like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, and quite a few others, they are very powerful tools, and I think they should be used across industry for many different applications. And they usually will give you a reasonably good answer for most questions that you ask it. And however, there are also some limitations to LLMs. For example, they are designed to be generic, which is what they're designed for, which is not a problem. But in some applications, they might not be the best choice because they might not have the specialist expertise required. And they are not optimized for specific any specific purpose. And for our discussion, they are not optimized for your procurement workflows. And their training data is mainly based on what the internet has. While the internet is very large and have a lot of information, it doesn't have absolutely everything, and it definitely does not have some proprietary databases or the expertise knowledge. And because it doesn't have this kind of expertise and